Hello, my name is Kendall Hawes. This is my self-portrait project for my sociology class. I hope you enjoy. Hi, my name is Kendall. I am a wife, a mother of four, and currently an online student here at Campbellsville University. For this project, I'm creating a sociological self-portrait, a way to look at my life and see how my personal experiences are connected to the larger social world. Being a mother, a student, and a wife isn't just about roles I choose. These roles are shaped by family, society, and institutions like education and the economy. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to show you how these different parts of my life connect to the bigger societal structures. In the summer of 2024, I decided to go back to college. This wasn't just a personal choice. Many factors influenced me. For the past 10 years, I've been a stay-at-home mom raising my four children. Once they all started school in the fall of 2024, my day suddenly looked very different. And I realized it was time to focus on myself and creating a career for myself. When looking for a school, I knew I needed flexible hours. That's when I decided an online university would be the best fit for me. Money also played a big role. We live on a one income, and financial aid was essential for me to go back to school. Choosing Campbellsville was a practical decision because it's in-state, has online classes, and offers financial support. Without these options, this wouldn't have been possible for me. I've always wanted to be a teacher because I love working with children. Teaching fits perfectly with my family life because I'll have summers and other breaks off during the year with my kids. To be home in the evenings and to stay involved in their school and activities. Society has shaped this choice. To be a teacher, you need a degree. Beyond that, there are societal expectations for mothers. Work, but also stay very involved with your kids. Teaching allows me to balance those expectations. During this term, I also explored how culture shapes people's lives through an interview I had with Dr. Sunny Jawani, who grew up in a Pakistani household. He described his family traditions, like Diwali, which he compared to Christmas in terms of family, food, and values. Respect for his elders was central in his upbringing, shaping his behavior, his decisions, and his interactions. Dr. Jawani explained that family extended beyond just the household, including grandparents, cousins, and extended relatives, which is a very different structure from the typical U.S. approach where independence is valued. He shared how he balanced home life and school life, blending Pakistani traditions with American culture. He showed me how values like collectivism and interdependence can shape identity, just as interdependence and self-expression shaped mine. This conversation helped me see that culture goes beyond food or holidays. It's about the beliefs, norms, and values that guide everyday life. I have several statuses in life. Some are ascribed, like being a daughter, which was a role I was born into. Others were achieved, like being a wife, mother, and college student. My master status is being a mother, which defines much of my day-to-day life and shapes how others see me. Each status comes with roles and responsibilities. As a mother, I help with homework, manage activities, and provide care. As a wife, I share responsibilities with my husband. As a student, I stay on top of assignments, virtual classes, and deadlines. These roles connect me to a larger social institution. Family influences my role as a mother and wife. Education shapes my student life. The economy affects our finances and accesses to resources. Healthcare comes into play as I care for my children, especially one with severe asthma. Family and education, however, have the strongest impact on my daily life. Defiance isn't always crime or rebellion. It can show up in everyday life, even in parenting. For example, I don't make my kids share their toys at the park. Other parents may see this as rude, but I want my kids to learn boundaries. I want them to know that they don't have to share, and when they say no, it means no. Also, when they grow up, they need to realize they can't just have something someone else has because they ask for it. Another example is I handle most of the housework and childcare, which some might call old-fashioned in today's culture. Many of my friends expect their husband to do 50% of the housework and 50% of the childcare, even if they stay home and their husband works. They expect him to come home and help with everything just as much as they do. While I don't believe that. Labeling theory explains this. Once someone labels me as that mom or the traditional or trad wife, everything I do is filtered through that perspective. Power and equality also play a role. Moms are judged more harshly than dads for the same behaviors. Social mobility in the U.S. is shaped by factors beyond individual effort. According to Dr. Reeves and Dr. Chetty, mobility depends on income, family structure, community, school quality, and social networks. Growing up in a diverse East End neighborhood with access to quality schools gave me advantages. Supportive grandparents, peers from the middle to upper class families, and strong networks motivated me to succeed. Meanwhile, I saw how segregation and inequality created barriers for others. This showed me that success depends not just on effort, but also social conditions. I identify as a white female, born here in the U.S. My awareness of race and privilege began around the age 12 when my stepdad started making racial comments towards friends I had. In high school, I noticed how students of color were treated differently than white students in similar situations. It seemed the black kids were always the first to be called to the office if something were to happen. I also noticed if I was with a group of people of color and we were to get in trouble, I was never blamed. I was usually looked at as being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Being white in an upper middle class area gave me advantages and opportunities I didn't fully recognize until later on in life. Understanding this privilege has made me more conscious of my actions and how they affect others. Looking at all these aspects of my life, motherhood, family, education, culture, deviance, social mobility, and race, I can see how deeply personal experiences are tied to larger social structures. My roles and responsibilities are shaped by institutions, networks, and social norms. Motherhood in particular connects me to family, education, and healthcare in ways that define my identity and my daily life. Understanding these connections help me see myself not just as an individual, but as part of a larger society. Thank you for listening to my sociological self-portrait. I hope you enjoyed.